Have you ever felt tired in a way that sleep could not fix? Not physically tired, soul tired, the kind of exhaustion that settles deep inside you after years of heartbreak, disappointment, stress, grief, or simply carrying too much for too long. You wake up, you go through the motions, you smile when you have to, but something inside feels older than it should. And maybe the strangest part is this: sometimes your body isn't even that old, but your spirit feels ancient. And I'm curious, have you ever felt emotionally exhausted in a way you couldn't fully explain? If this message resonates with you, let me know in the comments. Sometimes people need to realize they're not alone in what they're feeling. Edgar Cayce believed this feeling was real. He taught that emotional pain does not stay trapped in the mind alone. It slowly settles into the body, the nervous system, the energy of the soul itself. Over time, unresolved fear, resentment, worry, grief, and emotional exhaustion begin draining what he called the life force. And according to Cayce, some people begin aging spiritually long before their physical body ever does. Not because time destroyed them, but because life slowly dimmed the light within them. Cayce said the human body was never meant to function separately from the soul. The body, mind, and spirit were designed to work together in harmony like instruments in an orchestra. When one part falls into chaos, the others eventually follow. And nowhere is this more visible than in the exhausted human spirit. You can often see it in people's eyes. There are people in their 70s who still feel alive, curious, emotionally warm, and deeply connected to life itself. And there are others in their 30s who already feel defeated, emotionally numb, disconnected from joy, carrying a heaviness they cannot explain. Cayce believed the difference was not simply age, it was vibration. It was the condition of the inner life, because every thought you repeatedly think, every emotion you repeatedly hold, begins shaping the energy flowing through the body. Fear tightens the system. Bitterness hardens it. Chronic stress drains it. Resentment poisons it slowly. And over time, the spirit itself begins withdrawing from the joy of being fully alive. Many people don't realize how emotionally exhausted they truly are until they finally stop moving long enough to feel it. That is why silence can feel uncomfortable. Why stillness sometimes brings sadness to the surface. Why some people keep themselves constantly distracted. Because underneath the noise, there is often a soul crying out for restoration. Cayce taught that the mind is the builder, meaning what we consistently hold within ourselves eventually becomes the blueprint for the body and the emotional life. If someone spends years expecting betrayal, the nervous system begins living in tension. If someone spends years carrying guilt, the body often mirrors that heaviness. If someone loses hope, the spirit itself begins dimming. And eventually a person may begin saying things like, "I just don't feel like myself anymore." Or, "I feel emotionally drained all the time." Or perhaps the saddest one of all, "I don't even know who I am anymore." Cayce would have said this is not weakness. It is disconnection from the creative life force. Because according to Cayce, the soul was never designed merely to survive. It was designed to express life, to create, to love, to grow, to serve, to experience wonder. And when human beings lose connection to meaning, purpose, beauty, love, or spiritual connection, the soul slowly begins shutting down its light. You can feel this after deep heartbreak, after years in toxic relationships, after emotional betrayal, after becoming the person everyone depends on while nobody pours back into you. You continue functioning externally, while internally something begins collapsing quietly. And I want to ask you something. Do you think emotional pain can physically and spiritually change a person over time? Because I think many people watching this already know the answer. They've lived it. Cayce believed emotional suffering creates energetic congestion within the body and spirit. And interestingly, modern life creates almost constant congestion. People are overstimulated, emotionally overloaded, spiritually disconnected, surrounded by noise but starving for peace. Many people no longer rest deeply. They escape. There is a difference. True rest restores the spirit. Escape merely distracts it temporarily, and eventually the soul becomes exhausted from carrying unresolved emotional weight year after year. But this is where Cayce's teachings become deeply hopeful, because he did not believe the soul was meant to stay trapped in exhaustion forever. He believed the human spirit could regenerate, not through force, not through pretending, but through reconnection. Reconnection to joy, to beauty, to forgiveness, to meaning, to the divine itself. Cayce believed forgiveness was one of the most powerful healing forces available to human beings, because resentment binds energy to the past. Many people think resentment punishes the other person, but often it quietly punishes the one carrying it. The body remembers emotional pain, the nervous system remembers betrayal, the spirit remembers abandonment. And over time, those emotional wounds become physical exhaustion. This is why some people feel heavy the moment they wake up. The soul has been carrying emotional weight for years. Cayce taught that healing begins when we stop feeding emotional poison to ourselves daily. Not because life suddenly becomes easy, but because the soul finally begins releasing what it was never meant to carry forever. And perhaps one of the most beautiful parts of Cayce's teachings was this. He believed joy itself was healing, not superficial happiness, not forced positivity. Real joy, the kind that reconnects you to life again. A quiet walk in nature, music that softens the heart, laughter that makes you forget your pain for a moment, sunlight through a window, a meaningful conversation, the sound of rain, the feeling of being emotionally safe again. These moments matter far more than people realize. Because according to Cayce, beauty restores vibration. Beauty reminds the soul it is still alive. This is why people sometimes cry unexpectedly while listening to music or standing beside the ocean. For a brief moment, the soul remembers what peace feels like, and something inside begins awakening again. Cayce believed the spirit constantly tries to move human beings back toward harmony. But modern life often pulls people in the opposite direction. Constant fear, constant stress, constant comparison, constant emotional noise. People become disconnected not only from God, but from themselves. And once disconnected long enough, they begin believing exhaustion is simply who they are. But it is not who they are. It is what they have carried. There is a difference. Cayce believed every human being carries divine creative energy within them regardless of how emotionally broken they may feel. Even exhausted souls still contain light. Even wounded hearts still contain life. Even people who feel completely lost are not abandoned spiritually. Sometimes they are simply buried beneath years of emotional pain. And this is why moments of genuine healing can feel almost shocking. A person laughs again after years of sadness. They suddenly feel hope again. Music touches them again. They feel emotionally present again, and it almost feels like coming back to life. Because in many ways, it is. The spirit is beginning to return to itself. Cayce often emphasized the importance of ideals, meaning, what are you living toward emotionally and spiritually? Because without meaning, people slowly deteriorate inside. Human beings need something higher than survival. They need purpose. They need connection. They need to feel their life means something. And when people lose that connection, the soul begins shrinking inward. But when people reconnect to love, service, compassion, gratitude, the spirit slowly expands again. This is one reason helping others often heals the helper too. Love restores circulation to the soul, service restores meaning, kindness restores connection. And little by little, the emotional heaviness begins loosening, not overnight, but gradually, like sunlight returning after a long winter. And maybe this is a good moment to ask you, what do you think restores the human spirit the most? Love, forgiveness, nature, prayer, music, purpose? I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts in the comments because everyone's journey back to themselves seems a little different. Cayce also believed the body responds to what the soul repeatedly experiences emotionally. which means healing is not merely physical, it is vibrational. A person constantly living in fear will eventually feel depleted. A person constantly living in bitterness will often feel emotionally hard and exhausted. But a person learning to reconnect with peace, gratitude, and spiritual trust often begins changing from the inside outward, sometimes even physically. And perhaps this is why some people seem to become more radiant with age rather than less. Because peace softens them, wisdom deepens them, love keeps the spirit alive inside them. Meanwhile, others become emotionally closed, defensive. Cayce believed human beings were never meant to lose their wonder, never meant to stop growing spiritually, never meant to become numb to beauty. And maybe that is the real tragedy of emotional exhaustion. Not simply being tired, but forgetting what it feels like to feel fully alive. Forgetting joy, forgetting curiosity, forgetting inner peace, forgetting yourself. But according to Cayce, the light within the soul is never fully destroyed, only dimmed. And anything dimmed can glow again. That is the hope within these teachings. No matter how emotionally exhausted you feel, no matter how disconnected from yourself you may have become, life can return to the spirit. The heart can soften again, joy can return again, meaning can return again, and perhaps most importantly, you can return to yourself again. Not the wounded version shaped entirely by pain, but the deeper self beneath it. The soul that still remembers love, still remembers beauty, still remembers light. Edgar Cayce believed human beings are far more than aging bodies struggling through time. He believed we are spiritual beings, learning how to bring harmony back to ourselves while living in a difficult world. And maybe that is why emotional healing matters so deeply. Because when the spirit begins healing, life begins flowing again. Not perfectly, not without pain, but with light returning to places that once felt emotionally dark. So if your spirit has been exhausted lately, if life has felt emotionally heavy, if you have felt older inside than you should, perhaps this message found you for a reason, not as a lecture, but as a reminder. Your exhaustion is not your identity, your pain is not your final form, and your spirit may be far more capable of renewal than you realize. If this message spoke to something deep within you, please subscribe to Mystic Podcast Cruise and join us as we continue exploring the profound spiritual teachings of Edgar Cayce and the mysteries of the soul's journey. Until next time, protect your peace, guard your spirit carefully, and never forget, even the most exhausted soul can learn to shine again.